rounding off. Now that we have understood the step of rounding off, we need now to respond this question for practice purposes. And we are told that suppose the number of students in a school is 5,349. Round off this number to the nearest: A, 1,000, B, hundreds, and C, tens. And we have understood that if you want to round off to 1,000, we consider the hundreds, the number in the hundreds place value. And this one is in ones position, this one is in the tens position, and this one is in the hundredth position. If this number here in the hundred position is 5 or above, then it is enough to affect the 5. But if it is not yet 5, it is not going to affect the 5. We evaluate this number, which is now 3. If 3 is going to affect the 5, then we round off with that kind of consideration. But now our digit is 3. 3 is less than 5, and therefore it is not going to affect this 5 and probably make it 6,000. So it will remain 5 and everything else remains 0. So part A, to the nearest 1,000, this one is still 5. Then because 3 is not enough, all the others will be 0. So we have 5,000 there. Rounding off to the nearest 100, then we consider the digit in the tens position, and we evaluate whether it is enough to affect the digit that is in the 100, because we are rounding off to the hundreds. And now that we are now considering the number in the tens position, which is 4, and 4 is not enough to affect the 3, so to the nearest 100 we have 5300. And now to the nearest tens, we consider the number in the ones position, and if it is big enough to affect the 4, for example, in our case we have a 9. 9 is big enough, it's more than 5, of course, so it will easily affect the 4. And to the nearest tens, then we have 5350. This 9 now affects the 4. The 4 becomes 5, and now 9 becomes now 0. Further, if we want to look at example 2, we can have 473,678, round off to the nearest 100, the number in the bracket. And as it were, we are going to look at because this is to the nearest 100, we are going to consider the digit that is in the tens position, which is 7, and 7 is greater than 5, so it is going to affect the 6 and make it 7, and the rest of the numbers become 0. So here we are having 4, 7, 3, 7. Now this 7 is big enough to affect the 6, so this 6 is the one which becomes the 7, and of course the others now 0, 0, and that is the end of our explanation of that question. Thank you.